Most people spend hours scrubbing, wiping, and organizing their homes until they're completely worn out. But here's something nobody tells you. Cleaning doesn't have to eat up your entire weekend. There's a smarter way to keep your space fresh without the stress. I'm Marcus, and here on Seniors Cleaning Hacks, we share practical tips that actually work. The methods I'm sharing in this video changed everything for me. My home stays cleaner than ever, and I barely notice I'm doing the work. Before we get into it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you'll want these tips showing up in your feed. And if you find even one of these hacks helpful, drop a like and let me know in the comments which one you'll try first.
For years, I avoided cleaning like it was the worst chore imaginable. My approach was simple. Ignore the mess until it became impossible to overlook. Dust would pile up on shelves. Laundry would overflow. The bathroom would need serious attention. By the time I finally decided to tackle everything, I'd spend half a day or more just getting things back to normal. The problem wasn't that I didn't care about having a clean home. I just couldn't find the energy or motivation to face these massive cleaning sessions. Every task felt enormous. Every room seemed overwhelming. I'd look around and feel defeated before I even started. Then something clicked. I realized I was making cleaning harder than it needed to be. Instead of waiting for disaster to strike, I started breaking things down. Small steps, quick tasks, easy wins. The mess stopped building up because I never let it get out of hand in the first place. According to cleaning specialist David Patterson, an expert in home care, this approach works for everyone. He explains that quick, simple cleaning habits help people who struggle with motivation. They're perfect for folks with packed schedules. Parents dealing with kids and pets benefit too. Even when you're not feeling your best, these methods keep your home manageable. The best part? You can customize everything to fit your life. You're not following some rigid schedule that doesn't make sense for your routine. You're building habits that work with your lifestyle, not against it. If you're already loving these ideas, smash that like button and share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. Hack number 1. Assign specific chores to specific days. Let's start with something that sounds almost too simple to work, but it's incredibly effective. Pick different days for different cleaning jobs. Give each task its own spot on your weekly calendar. Here's what I mean. Maybe Monday becomes sheet washing day. You strip the bed, toss everything in the washer, and you're done. Wednesday could be refrigerator day. You spend a few minutes tossing expired food and wiping down shelves. Friday might be window day. You grab your cleaner and cloth and make those glass surfaces shine. The beauty of this system is that you're not thinking about what needs to be done. You already know. Monday arrives and your brain automatically reminds you about those sheets. No decision-making required, no mental energy wasted trying to remember what you missed last week. David Patterson loves this method because it removes confusion from the equation. When you assign tasks to specific days, you eliminate guesswork. You're not standing in your living room wondering where to start. You're not feeling paralyzed by too many choices. You just follow your schedule. This approach also prevents that awful feeling of forgetting important tasks. We've all been there, suddenly realizing we haven't cleaned the bathroom in weeks or can't remember the last time we vacuumed under the couch. When every chore has its designated day, nothing slips through the cracks. You can customize this system however you like. Some people prefer tackling bigger jobs on weekends when they have more time. Others spread everything evenly throughout the week to keep each day light. Maybe you're super busy on certain days, so you assign easier tasks to those days and save harder ones for when you have breathing room. The key is consistency. Stick with your schedule for a few weeks and it becomes automatic. Your body and mind adapt to the routine. You don't resist it anymore because it's just what you do on that particular day. And hey, if this tip resonates with you, leave a comment below and tell me what day you'd pick for your least favorite chore. I'd love to hear from you.
Hack number 2. Dust a different room every single day.
Dust is sneaky. It builds up in places you don't look at every day, behind furniture, on top of ceiling fans, along baseboards, under beds. Most people don't realize that dust isn't just unsightly, it actually affects your health. Breathing in dust over time can cause problems, especially for people with allergies or breathing issues. But here's the thing. Dust is easy to forget about because it doesn't announce itself like a pile of dirty dishes or an overflowing trash can. The solution? Make dusting a daily habit, but keep it manageable. Instead of dusting your entire home in one exhausting session, focus on one room per day. Rotate through your spaces throughout the week. On Monday, you might dust the living room. Hit those shelves. Wipe down the TV stand. Clean the top of the bookcase. Tuesday, move to the bedroom. Dust the nightstands, the dresser, the lamp. Wednesday, tackle the kitchen. Get those cabinet tops, the top of the refrigerator, the window sills. David Patterson specifically recommends focusing on areas that are out of sight. These spots accumulate dust fast because we don't notice them during regular cleaning. Ceiling fan blades are notorious dust collectors. Light fixtures grab onto dust like magnets. Baseboards along the floor quietly gather layers of the stuff. By dusting one room daily, you're staying ahead of buildup. You're not letting dust settle into thick, stubborn layers that require serious elbow grease to remove. You're catching it early, when a quick wipe does the job. This method also means you're never facing a whole house dusting marathon. Those marathon sessions are exactly what makes people avoid dusting in the first place. But 5 or 10 minutes in one room, that's doable. That's something you can squeeze in while your coffee brews or during a commercial break. Think about the spaces in your home that you never dust. The tops of door frames, the shelves in your closet, the area behind your computer monitor. When you dust daily, you can include these forgotten zones in your rotation. Over time, every single surface in your home gets attention. Your home will feel fresher. The air quality improves. You'll notice less sneezing and fewer allergy symptoms. Plus, there's something satisfying about maintaining clean surfaces instead of always playing catch-up. Make sure you're following Seniors Cleaning Hacks for more tips like this. Hit subscribe so you never miss a video.
Hack number 3. Clean surfaces right after you use them. This hack sounds like it might add more work to your day, but stick with me. Cleaning surfaces immediately after you use them actually saves you massive amounts of time and effort in the long run. Think about your kitchen counter after you cook dinner. If you wipe it down right away, it takes maybe 30 seconds. The crumbs and spills come off easily because nothing has dried or stuck yet. But if you wait until the next day, or worse, several days, those same crumbs and spills turn into a stubborn mess that requires scrubbing. The same principle applies everywhere. Wipe down the bathroom counter after you brush your teeth. Clean the stovetop after you finish cooking. Rinse the sink after washing dishes. These quick wipes prevent grime from building up. David Patterson especially emphasizes this technique for showers. After every shower, grab a squeegee and run it over the glass doors or tile walls. This simple action prevents mold and mildew from taking hold. Mold loves moisture. And when you squeegee, you're removing the water that mold needs to grow. I know what you're thinking, Marcus, I don't have time to clean after every single use. But here's the reality. You're going to clean eventually. The question is whether you want to spend 30 seconds now or 15 minutes later scrubbing away dried, stuck-on mess. Once you build this habit, it becomes second nature. You don't think about it anymore. You finish cooking, and your hand automatically reaches for the cleaning cloth. You step out of the shower, and you grab the squeegee without even considering it. This approach also keeps your home consistently clean. You're never facing those disaster zones that make you want to give up before you start. Every surface stays at a baseline level of cleanliness. When guests drop by unexpectedly, you're not panicking about messy countertops. Another benefit, this method prevents gross buildup. You know that sticky, grimy layer that forms on kitchen surfaces when you don't clean them regularly? You'll never see it again. You know that soap scum that coats shower doors and requires special cleaners and serious scrubbing? Gone. Your cleaning products last longer too. You're using less cleaner because you're not fighting tough stains. A quick wipe with water or a mild cleaner does the job when messes are fresh. If you're finding these hacks useful, do me a favor and share this video with your friends and family. Everyone needs these tips in their life.
Hack number 4. Break big chores into smaller pieces. Some cleaning tasks feel enormous. They're the ones you dread most, the ones you procrastinate on, the ones that make you want to ignore cleaning altogether. But there's a way to make even the biggest chores manageable. Break them into smaller pieces. Let's talk about the dishwasher, since it's something most people deal with daily. Instead of treating it as one big task, split it up. Run the dishwasher before you go to bed. In the morning, put away the clean dishes. Then leave the door open for a while to let everything air dry completely. David Patterson suggests this method because it adds flexibility to your schedule. You're not trying to find a chunk of time to handle the entire process. You're fitting small steps into natural breaks throughout your day. This technique works for all sorts of chores. Laundry is a perfect example. You don't have to wash, dry, fold, and put away clothes in one exhausting session. Throw a load in the washer in the morning. Move it to the dryer at lunch. Fold while you watch TV in the evening. Put away later. Of course, some tasks need to be completed all at once. You can't clean out your refrigerator in the morning and throw away the spoiled food at night. That would be unsanitary and create odors. Use common sense to figure out which tasks can be split and which ones can't. The psychological benefit of breaking tasks into pieces is huge. When you look at a chore and think, this is just going to take 5 minutes, it's so much easier to start. But when you think this is going to take an hour, your brain resists. You put it off. You find excuses. Smaller pieces also give you natural stopping points. You complete one step and you feel accomplished. That sense of progress motivates you to tackle the next step. Before you know it, the whole job is done, and you barely noticed because you did it in bite-sized chunks. This approach is especially helpful for people who have limited energy or physical limitations. Maybe you can't stand for long periods. Maybe you get tired easily. Breaking tasks into pieces means you can work at your own pace, taking breaks whenever you need them. It's also great for people with busy, unpredictable schedules. You can't always block out an hour for cleaning, but you can usually find 5 minutes here and there throughout the day. Those 5-minute chunks add up to significant progress. Remember to subscribe to Seniors Cleaning Hacks if you haven't already. We've got so many more practical tips coming your way. Hack number 5. Vacuum daily, but on your own schedule. Vacuuming used to be my least favorite chore in the entire world. I hated everything about it. The noise, the effort, the time it took. I'd avoid it until the dirt and debris on my floors were impossible to ignore. At that point, vacuuming took forever because there was so much buildup to remove. Everything changed when I started vacuuming daily. I know that sounds like more work, but hear me out. When you vacuum every day, you're only removing a small amount of dirt and dust. It takes maybe 5 minutes, sometimes less. You're not battling deep-seated grime. You're just doing a quick pass to keep things fresh. David Patterson explains that daily vacuuming is important for rugs and high-traffic areas. These spots accumulate dirt fast. People walk through. Pets shed. Dust settles. If you let it build up, it grinds into your flooring and becomes harder to remove. The best part about this hack is that you get to choose when you vacuum. There's no right or wrong time. Some people like vacuuming in the morning, after everyone leaves for work or school. The house is quiet and you start the day with clean floors. Others prefer vacuuming after dinner when they're winding down. Some people vacuum right before bed as part of their nighttime routine. Pick whatever time fits your schedule. The key is consistency, not timing. When you vacuum at the same time every day, it becomes automatic. Your brain doesn't resist because it's just part of your routine. This daily habit also means your floors always look good. You're never embarrassed by dirty carpets when someone stops by. You're not crunching over crumbs or feeling grit under your feet. Your home feels cleaner and more inviting. Another benefit? Vacuuming becomes easier over time. You're not pushing your vacuum through thick layers of dirt. The machine glides smoothly. You're not emptying a completely full canister or replacing bags constantly. The whole process is lighter and faster. For people with allergies, daily vacuuming makes a real difference. You're removing allergens before they accumulate. The air in your home stays cleaner, you breathe easier. And here's something interesting. Once vacuuming becomes a habit, it almost feels meditative. You're moving through your space with a purpose. You're seeing immediate results. It's satisfying in a way that surprised me when I first started doing it daily. You don't need to vacuum your entire house every single day. Focus on the areas that matter most. The living room, where everyone gathers. The kitchen, where crumbs accumulate. The hallway that gets constant foot traffic. Rotate through other rooms as needed. If you're loving these practical tips, leave a comment and let me know which hack you're most excited to try. And don't forget to like this video. It really helps the channel grow.
Cleaning doesn't have to be overwhelming. It doesn't have to consume your weekends or leave you exhausted. These 5 simple hacks prove that you can keep your home fresh and tidy without sacrificing all your time and energy. Assign chores to specific days. Dust one room daily. Wipe surfaces right after using them. Break big tasks into smaller pieces. Vacuum every day on your schedule. These strategies work together to create a cleaning routine that fits your life. The key is starting small. Pick one hack from this video and try it for a week. See how it feels. Notice the difference in your home and your stress levels. Then add another hack. Build gradually until these habits become natural. Remember, I'm Marcus, and this is Seniors Cleaning Hacks. We're here to make life easier with practical tips that actually work. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss our next video. Hit the notification bell to get alerts when we post. If you found value in this video, share it with someone who needs these tips. Leave a comment with your biggest cleaning challenge. I read every single one and love hearing from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep it simple, keep it clean, and keep living your best life.